Alright, here's a video review for Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Megatron. It is Armada Megatron. He is a tank. He rolls very nicely. You can see just rolling right across that little sheet of cardboard there, or whatever this is, plyboard, I don't know. Anyway, he's a tank. He's got his head chompy things. He's got a bunch of ports where you could conceivably plug in mini-cons, but a lot of mini-cons had actually, like for example, had recessed ports. So like if you have a peg hole like with this one, you can plug it in to there, but that looks ridiculous because it's designed to, plug in vehicle mode, and none of these have the posts for them to plug in. So you can plug some mini-cons into there if they are of a proper thing, but there's not really a whole lot of mini-con interactivity. You don't have the flip-out stuff. You don't have all the cool little play features that worked on the toy. This does flip up, but it does not flip forward or shoot missiles. It only goes straight up like that manually for the armored up mode-ish thing. But you can rotate the turret. Turret moves up and down. That's about it for action features in tank mode. Yeah. Transformation, come down here. You kind of pop these panels out and then pop the leg off the side here. And then bring those down like that. Close that panel up. Open up the feet like that. And you can rotate them around at the waist. This doesn't actually push up and down on this piece like the old one did. It actually just hinges out on this piece for clearance. Sometimes you can rotate, depending on how you've got it positioned, you can rotate the hips without popping that off. But anyway, rotate this down around to the side. Flip that forward. Going forward, I mean, you can leave it on his back. You can have it pointing up. You can have it wherever you want, but flipping that around, more traditional way of doing it. These come down. This black piece, the whole arm piece comes down, and the black piece will lock in there, and then you can flip it up, untab it from there, and then slide it down like that. Again, fold that down so the black piece comes in, and kind of hold that in place. Bring the arm down, open up these side panels, and get the fold the arm down and out, and then flip the hand forward like that. Same on this side. This one, it can be a little trickier to get actually going. I don't know. There we go. Hey, cooperating for once. I appreciate it. You can see he's got a hand kind of designed to look like maybe he has his blade, but he does not. Now, this is the part that frustrated me, and I even said on Twitter that it should be a crime that they change this. Granted, some of that is, I understand all the logistics of why they did it this way, but part of it I'm just angry because it took me way too much time trying to get this slider. I'm like, is it caught on something? Why won't this move? Because it's got a very nicely, realistically molded slider in here. And in order to bring this little sliding faceplate down, you actually have to open the panel like that and then hinge it in. And it took me, again, if I'd read the instructions, it would have been super clear, but I was trying to transform it from memory. And I got everything done except for that faceplate, and it was driving me crazy. Anyway, I did figure it out eventually without the instructions. But there's Armada Megatron. Now his horns, for whatever reason, they are a softer plastic. That's probably why they're a separate plastic than this. But they come off very easily. There's no reason for them to. Maybe they'll change those for a future release. I don't know if they have a remold planned. But either way, they can pop off easily. Just plug them back in. You could glue them in place. Also, he's like, they're still locked in place here, but his ankles do. There we go. They snap into place, but he does have some ankle tilt. So let's go ahead and unlock those so he can stand a little bit more naturally here. So yeah, posability. He's got a swivel at the head. It may be a ball joint. He can look up and down a little bit. He's got his elbow or his shoulders have this posability, but they don't rotate here at the tread. You can lift this up. The inner arm can come forward, but it can't go back. So you can't have him. You can't pull his arm back. His arm only stops here. It can only go this way. It does have a bicep swivel and a hinge elbow and a wrist swivel, but it can't go. You can't tilt the treads forward at all. Which, on the one hand, okay, but on the other hand, meh. I know that makes sense. It does have the waist swivel you saw, ratcheting hips front to back, and then a swivel side to side, thigh swivel, ratcheting knees to about 90 degrees, and as you saw, he does have the ankle tilt. You can flip this around, open this up. This says to open it like this to rotate it around. rotate, but you can rotate that around onto his front like you could with the old one. Flip these up so he's got weapons, and you can, you know, again, because, well, I guess it doesn't rotate all the way around. Oh, it doesn't rotate all the way. Oh, there we go. So if you want to put it like that, it only rotates all the way around in one direction. Interesting. I haven't tried to rotate it in a full circle yet, apparently. But yeah, you can give him his front thing. Some people have attached Armada tidal wave to him. I haven't tried that yet, and I don't know if it actually is. I know the arms are just kind of resting there, because his arms are too small to actually clip on. Will we get an Armada tidal wave to combine him with? The fact that they did this makes me hope, but who knows? Let's go ahead and slide this back around to the back here, which really involves just kind of rotating his legs and torso around, depending on how you want to do it. Go flip around. His other little action feature that he comes with is, hold on, there we go. You can, and I don't know how I feel about it, because you can pop this off and flip in either of his hands and attach it to his arm, which is cool. I guess it's a neat little functionality for this. It does come packaged separately. You have to snap it on when you get the toy. But it makes this, like, it's very easy to put. You can see it's not like super on there. Like, it doesn't take a lot of effort to pop that off, and that worries me a little bit. But yeah, other than that, it's Armada Megatron. It's cool. I dig it. I am glad to have it. A real quick size comparison. The first size comparison here we will do with the original Armada tidal wave, because I had him on the shelf. He's on the shelf with my Fans Hobby versions of these guys and my HasLab Unicron. So tidal wave, very big, but like they look cool together. Will we get a Legacy Evolution tidal wave? I hope so, but we did not see one at Comic-Con this weekend, so who knows. We did see some cool stuff at Comic-Con this weekend. But yeah, and like I said, I have these. I think these actually came out in Energon. These were a blind box Minicon set from Japan. I managed to hunt down the 3 jets because I like the look of them. I like the colors of them. But Minicon set, you can have them wield that. The Star Saber or whatever they were calling this one. Although it is a little too heavy for his... Weird that his shoulder joint, which feels looser than his elbow joint, is actually supporting it while his elbow is very loose. But you can use Minicon weapon sets with these guys. But yeah, very cool. We got him and Optimus the other day. Actually, they showed up while... Well, no, Optimus showed up as I was flying home from Prague. And then I found Megatron the next day at Walmart. So they're out there. Well, I guess Optimus is out there on... Optimus came from Pulse. Amazon should have him soon. Armada Megatron came from Walmart, although Target has been seeing him as well. But yeah, there's Armada, Legacy Armada Megatron, and we'll do Optimus next.